Hey everybody, it's Nicole here, and I am back with another book review. Woohoo! So this is another one of the three books that my friend recently gave me. The first one was The Uncoupling, which I reviewed in my last video, I believe. And now I have, drumroll, let me fix the book cover here, Falling for Hamlet. Um, so my friend, she thought she'd be super adorable and give me a Valentine's Day gift. So this is one of the books that came in it with the three, which is why I kind of stared at her and was like, oh boy. Um, Falling for Hamlet is definitely different, obviously, than the original, but it is a take on the original Hamlet. I was a little skeptical of this book at first. I was kind of like, looks like a 13-year-old book, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about them tampering with Shakespeare. But I mean, again, I have seen and read a lot of books that are takes on Shakespeare plays, and they twist them around, and they haven't been that bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a chance. My friend found it for me. Why not? So I read it, and it was definitely, again, it was different. So it is Hamlet, but it's a different take on it. They're more like today's kids. They have cell phones. They go to school. Of course, our main character, is actually Ophelia, and this is all kind of from her perspective of what's going on in the castle, which is pretty interesting because if any of you have read Hamlet, obviously doesn't really know much about Ophelia for that way. She's kind of the girl that's desperately, pathetically in love with Hamlet. And, well, if you've read Hamlet, you know what happens to Ophelia. And in this book, obviously, since it's from her perspective, it does not happen. She survives things. Sorry, I'm trying not to spoil it for those of you that might actually want to read Hamlet, but stumbled upon this review. So they're modern century people. It's interesting too because you also get to take a look at Hamlet and his father. In the play, I believe his father just starts off dead, or very close to dead. And in this book, you get to know more about the father. You get to know about how his reactions with Hamlet were, how his reactions were with his wife were, his brother, etc., which is really interesting. And then, you know, they think basically that Ophelia was the one that made all of this happen, and you don't know what's exactly happened. And so you flip between three different parts in the story, and the first part that you first see is, you know, she's being interviewed for this TV show. Remember, this is modern day. She's on like a talk show, almost like an Oprah kind of thing, telling her side of the story. And then there's a second part where she's being interviewed by, it seems like, two FBI guys. You know, they talk about her being in an interrogation room, and they keep asking her questions, and they're like, oh, so that's how you did it. So this is how you did it. And she's like, no, I didn't do anything. And then there's the third part, which is her going over her memories. And this tells us stuff from way back when, and it talks about what happened recently, and it leads up to, of course, the big question mark, as in, what the heck happened? Why is Ophelia in an interrogation room? Where's Hamlet? Where's so-and-so? What's going on? So it is really cool in that perspective, and I didn't realize I didn't think to enjoy it that much at first, and then the more I read it, I was kind of like, alright, didn't want to put it down, because I was like, what's going on? Out of my little scale of 5, I'd probably give it a 3, 3.5. It wasn't like the best thing I've read, but it certainly isn't even close to the worst thing I've probably read in my life, and it's different. I love the dynamic. You get to see a different side to Hamlet and Ophelia's relationship, and I think that's something, obviously, that you don't get to see in the play, because most of the play you see is Hamlet kind of torturing Ophelia, and in this book you get to see them falling for each other and what made Ophelia, because again, in Hamlet you see her as this crazy, pathetic girl, but now in Falling for Hamlet you get to see, you know, the author's idea of maybe why she fell for Hamlet in the first place. Obviously, the author didn't talk to Shakespeare. Maybe Shakespeare doesn't appreciate this story. You don't know. But I like that it gives different takes on everything. I like that you see different sides of the character. You don't see Hamlet as just the crazy guy. You don't see Ophelia as the crazy girl that's going to try to, you know, hurt herself. Obviously, there's the background characters like Claudius, and you see, like, the way he acts, and of course you're going to read the book if you do read it, and you're going to go, oh my god, why does nobody notice how crazy he is and how angry he is? And obviously he wants to be king, but nobody sees, whoop, just goes over everybody's head. So there are moments where you're going to want to, like, yell at the characters, or at least I felt the need to. I was like, hey, Claudius, you should keep an eye on that guy. But, you know, it's a book. They can't take me seriously. So, if you're interested in a different take on a Shakespearean book, and you enjoy Hamlet, and you think Ophelia was pretty cool and didn't get enough of a chance to show her true colors, you should check out Falling For Hamlet by Michelle Ray. So, pretty cool book. To my faithful followers and watchers of my book review series, I am actually, I would say, quarter of the way through, or no, 3/4 of the way through my final book that my friend gave me for my Valentine's Day gift. It has nothing to do with any kind of happy love story like Falling For Hamlet is or was at some point in time. Very, very different, so next book review, expect something that's like way far away from the last 2 books that I just reviewed with you. Thank you as always for watching, commenting, liking, etc. Your support is awesome. I'm hoping now it is officially summer. I am down to my one job at the moment, so hopefully I can read some more books and get some more reviews out to you. And as always, if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them, because after I finish this book, I think it's just going to be me hitting the library and going, what sounds interesting? So, any suggestions, please send them on in. Alright guys, go read a book, watch TV, explore the world. Alright, bye.